Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the No ID podcast. I have here comedian. The man lives by this title, Stay Black and Die. If you have not checked out the comedy album, you can check it out. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you get your streaming services at. This is a dope special. I'm telling you right now, from start to finish, this man is not lying about some of the things that he is going through. And he is, hailing from Portland, Oregon. Am I correct?
No, I filmed in Portland, Oregon. I'm from Arkansas, man.
You from? Oh, woo.
Sir.
Okay, so this man is filmed from is from Arkansas, but he filmed in Portland, Oregon because it was a cheap venue.
Yes, sir.
The one and only Nick Moore. What's going on, boss?
What's going on, Rome? Good to be here, man. Thank you for having me. You said you in New York, right? Is that where
Um,
you at, right?
I'm in Norfolk, Virginia.
North. Oh, okay. My bad. I just went off the time zone. I didn't even consider where you at. Norfolk, Virginia. Okay, but that's still Eastern time.
It's still Eastern time.
Okay, gotcha. So yeah, I filmed in Portland, but right now I live in Oakland, California. But you go, yeah, that's where I live because I'm trying to like get. I didn't want to. I'm not in LA. I know a lot of comics go there. I go there sometimes, but right now I'm based out of Oakland. But while you calling, I'm in Arkansas, visiting home for the holidays. So we got the nice country background back here. We out in the dirt, but yeah, man, good to be here. Good to be here.
Man, I appreciate you coming on, man. I know it's the holidays coming up. You just had your album come out, which was fire, bro. Like it was.
Appreciate it.
I went old school because I don't know how old you are, but I went old school. So let me just go ahead and download
You said
and
you
listen.
downloaded it. Okay. Well,
Yeah,
I was selling DVDs, so I took it old school too.
and that's another thing that I was actually real like proud of. You was doing the old school Master P DVDs order because people
Yes.
forget.
So
People forget.
what had happened with that was, and man, you know how it is back then. You'll go in the barbershop, you get your haircut, and somebody got some on bootleg. Somebody like, hey man, look, we got the DVDs, CDs. Somebody was selling a mixtape. So that's really what inspired it. And I had like the little skits where I'd be going around barbershops passing them out just like back in the day, even though it's 2025. And yeah, you can stream it, but people did buy the DVDs. I like that. They were very receptive of that.
The
So
DVDs, where is that though? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like back of the trunk, you flipping DVDs. Like, I,
exactly. All that old school stuff just inspired that, man. But that
the picture that you used.
man, so I don't even I might smoke a black and mild every now and then. I don't smoke cigarettes, and I knew my mother when I like did the photo shoot and I revealed the cover. She's like, my baby's smoking cigarettes. I'm like, Mama, they're movie cigarettes. Just relax. They're not real cigarettes. That's not even real whiskey. I like whiskey, but that's apple juice right there. In the cup right there. That's just some good apple juice.
Oh, you good, man. I was weak, bro. This you released an album and probably went heads up one of the ghosts out there. And I ain't trying to blow no smoke or get no clout or nothing, but your comedy album came out, and then at 10 o'clock after Jake Paul.
So I've been making jokes about it because my Chappelle his came out the same night I did, so I'm getting on like I'm being paid because I like Chappelle, so I'm busting jokes, but I'm like, oh, he released the same album as me. That's a rookie move on his part. I know y'all gonna watch my stuff, not watch his, but I did see that actually, so I think it's pretty cool in a sense. He's one of my favorite comedians, so I ain't mad at it. But I think it was very poetic in a sense. Like he's one of the first comedians I watched before I even liked stand up. I used to watch Chappelle show as a kid. And for whatever reason, the day I released my very first special, he just want to come out with his 15th one and just, well, don't watch that nigga, watch me. You know what I mean? But that's pretty cool.
Hey man, the crazy thing is what he does a lot of stuff out in Portland. He got a club out there, I believe, a
Yeah,
comedy club.
Chappelle, he got stuff in those rural areas. He mentioned in this special he has a club in Ohio. That that's his home state. It's an old firehouse. He turned it into a club. So yeah, I think a lot of comics, when they do like the recordings and stuff, they go to LA and New York and DC, all the fancy places. But when they work in their material, they go to Portland, they go to Arkansas, they go to them little small towns in Texas, So that's where they bust their chops at.
No, for sure. Now, how long did it take you to record the album? Because some comedians got their material ready for like years, and then they
So
try to drop an album.
So I I've been doing comedy for 9 years, and everything like and you know how like, how long you been doing stand up, man?
6.
See, so you know, like the stuff you did 6 years ago, you don't even do those jokes today, right?
Mm-mm.
So when I actually, or you rewrote it and it sounds 10 times better, one or the other. So a lot of the jokes that are in the special, even though I've been doing comedy for 9 years, those jokes might be 3 or 4 years old or less. Like, you know, because I have a bunch of older material. It's just outdated. I started when I was 19. Some of my material was about living with my parents, being a teenager. That couldn't make it all the way to the special, you know. So the actual like special that I just released, maybe about, 3 or 4 years. But it wasn't like I was writing it for 3 or 4 years. I just decided I need to have a special. I'm 9 years in. I need a body of work. And then I just went through and picked all the stuff that I've been working on, and some new stuff that happened within the last year. So just like crafting of the special, just, it just came together over time. You know what I'm saying? But there was no actual starting point. I just put in my head last year that it's something that I really wanted to do, you know.
Gotcha, man. Because I think a lot of I've been doing it 6. I tried to do a special probably like month 6. I'm like, yeah, it ain't gonna work. So
Yeah, not. And you know what's crazy? It's so weird because like that first special, it takes forever to get, and then that second one, now you're a better writer. You know what I'm saying? So if you
mm-hmm.
drop one today, you probably could have another one in 6 months to a year, but that's because like you understand comedy. But yeah, 6 months in with no experience, ooh, that's rough. I don't know about
Bro,
that.
they would have had a commercial break for every. I barely had 5 minutes in 6 months. So
Man,
nah, that was young now. But I was inspired by what you did, man, and just want to shout you out for that one because you came on my explore page. I was like, yeah, I could at least try and shoot because you had 11,000 followers. Let me just try and shoot, see if he
man,
gonna get that stuff.
yeah, man, that's nothing, man. I like working with. I know, like in the social media age, we worry about just 11,000. Then there's somebody else with 100K, somebody else with 1 million. But I feel like no, man. We all commas at the end of the day, man. We got the same passion, chasing similar goals, man. I'm willing to work with everybody, man. So
Man, it was fire though. It's fire. You know, I told you earlier, like my favorite bit was the funeral bit with your grandfather. But first, let me just start with the intro. Let me start there, cause you
yeah,
just openly got honest. He was like, "Yep, that's how we ended up here." I forgot how much you paid. He's like, "Yeah, we paid $100 again."
yeah. It was a very small amount. So I actually there's a comedy festival called the Northwest Black Comedy Festival in Portland, Oregon. We do it
Okay,
every year. When we get off the phone, I'll tell you about that separate conversation. But they have a venue there that I went to in February, and I saw they got a big theater, but the little theater where I filmed it, I was like, dang, this only holds about 50, 60 people. That's what I need for a special. And then homegirl told me the price. Yeah, like $200. Oh, I'll be back. I'll be back for sure. So that's really, yeah. I saw it when I went to the festival, but yeah, that price definitely played a factor in it. That was,
dude, I could believe it, man. Cause I
yeah,
shoot
man.
mines in April, and yeah, I got a festival I'm doing, and I was like, you know what? They gonna record it for me too and do the
Oh,
audio. Oh, bet. And I ain't gotta, cause you be hearing all these comedians like I think Ryan Davis like, yeah, I dropped $150,000 on a special. I'm like, yeah,
you like where Nick Moore and Ron Davis gonna get that kind of money from? They ain't got, you know what I'm saying?
I don't. Ah, man, I ain't dropping no 150. If anything, I get a Tubi special before I drop 150.
Man, 150K. That's crazy.
Hell, man, I ain't tripping, bro. But you've been doing it 11 years, and you've done festivals and clubs and stuff. So how's that experience been?
So when you start so young, because I was like a year out of high school. I was 19, and I went to open mic with my homie because he was interested in comedy, and he still does comedy. That's my guy JP Ford. But I had no interest until we went to open mic together and had the time of our lives. And since then, it's just been progressive evolution. That first year, it was mostly open mics. I got a show here or there. Second year, I started traveling, hitting festivals. I started comedy in Little Rock, Arkansas. And when you're from Little Rock, you go to Memphis a lot. It's like you got a city probably near Norfolk where you bust your chops in. For me, oh, it's just out there. Y'all just by yourself. Just
Hey,
out.
man, no
Okay.
comment. No comment.
Okay. My bad. My bad. But for me personally, Little Rock, Arkansas, Memphis, Tennessee. That's like the first is because I was in college the whole time. By the time I got done with college, I was more of a seasoned comic. I was ready to hit the road. But Little Rock and Memphis raised me It's my second. Like Little Rock is my home city. Memphis, Tennessee, that's my second comedy city. Um, so yeah, man. After that, it just went from there. I travel for work, so that's giving me the option to travel and do shows everywhere. So it worked out good.
That's what's up. We got clubs. We
Yeah.
got one, two, three in Virginia. Well, two in this Norfolk area, and then one in Richmond. Anything after that is DC or North Carolina. So
Mm,
we DC is what, a 4 hour drive for me? No, 3 hours. Baltimore is like a 4 hour drive for me. So yeah, man, we
okay.
got it. We fighting over here.
I've never done stand up in DC. I did Baltimore Comedy Factory once.
Okay.
I just happened to be in town and I knew the headliner. I knew somebody knew the headliner. It was Dominique. I think her last name was Whitty. Oh,
Hmm.
old school. She's funny. Yeah. So that's the only time I ever worked like out there. Like I never did DC. I watched some shows in DC, but I didn't get to go up. That's the only thing I can think of as far as over there. But
I mean,
what clubs? What clubs are there? Is it like a punchline or what's out there?
nah, we got Funny Bone and
Funny Bone. Okay.
Kazi's. Yeah,
Okay.
like I did Baltimore Comedy Festival over the summer, and you know how festivals do. They'll say festival, and it's like 2 on 1. So for me, I get the credit for doing the festival, and then they get the credits for actually performing at the club. So they put
Yeah.
us at, yeah, yeah. I was like, oh, this good right here. So
Okay. Okay.
no tripping. So yeah, we did that, man. And he said, "Is Dave Chappelle?" So let me get my words right.
Yeah.
So Dave Chappelle is probably like your goat of all goats on your list, since you know.
Um, I would say yes, just like on a longevity sense, because
Hmm.
like I said, I've been watching his comedy probably longer than anybody else. But once I started doing comedy myself and started exploring, it's a few different people I've taken a liking to. Like Ali Siddiq is one of my favorites right now. I love Ali Siddiq. Um, there's this guy I've been following on social media for years, and he's very knowledgeable about stand up. I only saw his Don't Tell, but then he released a special this year. His name is Jay Jordan.
Yep.
I believe he's from Mississippi, but he lives in New York. He's hilarious. I've taken a liking to him. There's one more name I can't think of right now. Oh yeah, it's old head. I think my old school is Red Fox. I love old Red Fox. Like everybody loves
Ooh.
Richard. Richard Pryor was cold. I love Richard one of the goats, but I love watching old Red Fox. So
Okay.
that's
Okay.
just a few names out there.
Man, you said Ali Sadiq. I think Ali got a
He
special
got
drop
he got one
tonight.
dropping tomorrow. Everybody trying to fuck up my weekend. Ain't that some shit? Everybody trying to mess up my weekend.
You can't win for losing right
Two of my heroes dropping albums 2 days
now.
apart from me. What kind?
They probably followed you on the ghost account. Like, yeah, I see him.
Yeah. I see. So this what he gonna do. So
Watch next thing
yeah.
you know, they're gonna have the DVDs popping out with the Blu-rays. I got 2 for 5 for sale. He said old school. Yeah, I mean red was solid. Now my old school was Mom's Mabley.
Ah, okay. Yeah, you taking it back. Yeah.
Well, I'm a little older than you, brother. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a little older, but
Okay.
mom's hits, and I got to perform at her club up in Baltimore, and that was a different experience. But Red was solid. Red, people don't know, we all of us didn't grew up on Sanford and Son, so
Yeah.
but the albums was fire. Like,
And see, that's the thing. Me being so young, like I don't think I knew he was a comedian, like stand-up comedian. I was probably like a
mhm.
teenager. You watch Sanford and Son. It was on for years on TV Land and watch it at your mama's house, your grandparents' house. But when I started like learning about his stand-up, I'm like, oh, he got crowd control. He hanging on to every word he's saying. So
All that wearing the most expensive suit jewelry, smoking a
oh yeah,
cigarette.
oh yeah, he was fresh. He was fresh.
Oh man, one of the things I liked about him, he took everybody with him from the circuit. Like everybody on the show, I think outside of Lamont did something prior to actually being on San Francisco. I think one of them invented the zoot suit. Another one was dancing with Fred Astaire, LaWanda Page, who was Aunt Esther. She was a comedian and a singer as well too. Because I got his album. I actually got his vinyl in my closet.
Oh, okay, you got a old one there. I got I collect vinyls, mostly music vinyls. I have an old Richard Pryor. It's the one with the smoke blowing out his ears. I can't remember the name of it, but I found it at a pawn shop a long time ago. That's the only like. Don't take that back. I have what's homie's name? He used to dress up like Geraldine. You know what I'm talking
Flip Wilson.
Yes, I got a Flip Wilson too. I found that same day. They
Dang.
still work too. They still work. They might be from like the '80s, but they sound a little. You know how vinyl sound after a while, but you can still hear the words. You can hear the laughter. It's like, oh dang, this vintage. So you know.
Now you've been doing it for 9 years, man. I know you got to work with different crowds and different venues and different comedians, man. What was that one time that you had a bomb? Like you bombed so bad, you're like, you know what? Maybe I might rethink this. Like
I
what?
remember. I remember that perfect. You never forget that one. I mean, you know, it's gonna be times you have a man. I said, okay, said, you know, you wish you could have did something different. But that one bomb, it was Memphis, Tennessee. That's because I thought, man, that's my second point. Because what it is, when you start doing comedy, like where we're in Little Rock, you know, you might get like a little pity laugh or something. But, you know, you do that same joke in Memphis, crickets. And I did 5 minutes of silence. There was nothing, not a laugh. You could hear a pin drop. It was terrible. But what made it worse was the old cat, Cletus Allen. I know you heard of him. He's been on like BT comedy. He old head from Memphis. He goes on stage right after me. And then that nigga had the DJ play, oh, cause you had a bad day. Da-da-da-da-da. That started playing. The whole crowd fell out, bro. I just put my head out. I'm like, I need to get out of here. This is embarrassing. I'll never forget that. I had to be about 19, 20 years old. So it's like anytime I have a bad set or a rocket set, I think, well, at least I didn't do that again. So that's all. And that was so Cleveland's probably don't even remember that. I've seen him a few times since then. But like I said, I was damn near a kid back then. But that's the only time I can think where it just went terrible. It went awful.
I hate when you bomb and you got to sit there and finish out the rest of the show.
Oh yeah, boy. That's the thing. You don't want to leave. You don't want to leave. We got it's like you gotta tough it out and just you know what I can't leave. Then they gonna think I'm in the car crying. That's gonna be even worse.
And then they come to you like, oh, you do all right. It's gonna be all right. I'm like, no, it's not. No, it's
No, it's
not.
not. They ever like do that when they tell you a good set and they know you did bad. Like you wouldn't even watch my set for me to say like you did good. Get your fist away from me. You don't.
Black people have a way of using good words to make you feel bad. Your set was cute.
Cute. What the? They even tell you, I like your confidence.
Oh, I ain't had that one yet. I ain't had that one. Boy.
Also, they told it he had a bad set too. This was I don't think this was Memphis, but I remember he walked up. There was a younger guy like I love your confidence, baby. I'm like, dang, ooh, I would hate to be that. I never,
I ain't had that one, man. I had a
boy.
chicken bone thrown at me, though.
Chicken bone. I ain't got none thrown at me yet. I feel like every comedian should want that at least once. It ain't happened to me yet. What happened? Did you say something offensive? What did,
So I went to this open mic at a bar, and it
okay,
was like a clean mic. You could not cuss. If you cuss, you had to buy whoever had the mic a drink.
okay.
And where the stage was at was right beside the bar. So it was this lady, and for 3 weeks she just said stuff underneath her breath. Like it seemed like she just came off work, got drunk, ate chicken wings all week, like every Monday. I had
Yeah.
enough of it. I said, "Son, I said, yo, your head, your legs look like two rolled up sleeping bags or something." Cause she kept, yeah, they ain't gonna be funny with that one. You ain't, I'm like, you. She called me the B word. Next thing
Uh,
you know, I felt that chicken bone just whop.
oh, ooh, fresh chicken bone too.
That J still. I was like,
Did they
damn,
kick her out?
nah, nope. I left.
Just just let us just let I'm leaving. So
I was like, I'm leaving. I was like,
chicken
nah.
bone. God damn, that's crazy. And
I think it was a flat too, but it is what it is.
you knew what's going. You ever go back to that mic?
Nah, the mic actually ended like probably a week after that one because nobody was hardly showing up. I can see
Okay.
why too. It was like Virginia's comedy scene is different. Like they really like they're not laid back. Like you gotta watch what you say, but they want you to be nasty but clean at the same time. Like it's different. But when I travel, I could just let it off the.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I feel that. So what's the you already mentioned like cities within Virginia. Outside of Virginia, like where do you normally go? Like when you got time, hit the road. You go up north or you go south, or
Yeah,
what you do?
both. So I go to North Carolina, I go to Baltimore, I go to DC.
Yeah.
I've been to Connecticut a few times. I did California. I did Pasadena. I was at America's Got Talent like 2 years ago.
Oh, okay. How did that go?
Man, if you do it, it's interesting, bro.
Mhm.
It's interesting because I was in a room with a bunch of people. I think a lady had like a dog she was doing tricks with, and it was just it's different. But you only get 90 seconds, bro. Like that's it. That's
Okay, yeah. I've
that.
heard stories. I've never even though I've been in California, like it just never occurred to me to try AGT. But I've heard it to me that's like just different. It's like that audition period is just where like they don't know if they want you right there or not.
It's a process. I'm glad they got something separate for us comedians.
Yeah.
So I'm because like that variety act stuff, that thing was tearing me up, bro. But I
I can
tell you
believe
that, I tell you that one, bro.
I can believe it, man. You know, you got jokes and be funny, but then you got somebody in here doing magic and juggling fire and shit. It's like,
But yeah, let me go ahead and spit a joke about my dating life. But meanwhile, I got somebody with a whole tiger doing push-ups. I'm like, I ain't, yeah, I lost. It is what it is, man. Is there a comedian? I know you said like Ali and Chappelle, right? Is there a
yeah.
comedian that you look forward to working with, or
Oh, working with, I don't know. And that's not like a slight at anybody. It's just I don't know because I'm always I see like famous people, semi famous people, these clubs and stuff. I can't just off the back say who I would like to be on a show with. I have to think about it.
like someone one of them comedians hit you up like, "Yo, Nick, I want you to go on tour, man, be my feature."
I think if and this is just more of a because he okay, so a long time ago, like I was like middle of my career, I may have been like 22, 23. Club Booker compared me to what he described as a young Michael Shea because he saw Michael Shea way back when he had first started doing stand up. And the only reason I'm saying this is Rich because Che been on he been on SNL for years. I don't even know if he tries to do stand up anymore. But if for whatever reason he went on tour and was like, "Hey, I need a feature, Nick, come do it," I would love to do it because that's the only comedian I've ever been compared to ever. And I've watched some of his stand up. I kind of see the similarities. He maybe has like what, three specials. So
Hmm.
off of that comparison alone, that would probably be the only thing. He's another one of my favorites. Like I think I like Chappelle and Siddiq a little more than him, but he's the only one that anybody has ever drawn comparisons with me to him. So that would probably be it. Say for sure. But like I said, I know it's a big reach because I don't think he does stand up tours. I think he's strictly SNL. He'll pop out do a show every now and then. But.
Yeah, yeah. Che's dope. Che, I saw a special a year or 2 years ago on Netflix. And y'all got that laid back style. Like y'all can just sit there, like literally sit there and just cook for like probably like an hour and just.
Yeah, and that's kind of I don't really know where that's. I think that's more about how I am as a person. When I started doing comedy, and I don't know if this is a universal black experience, but I think we taught that we supposed to be animated and loud because that's what all the goats did before us. But
Hmm.
and I was kind of like that my first couple of years, but it don't really feel comfortable the older I get. I prefer like that laid back style. I used to be way more animated, run around stage. It was still funny. I was just more active, but I'm a little more seasoned now. I've learned how to tell my jokes, and the facial expressions speak for themselves. The jokes are so good they speak for themselves. I don't have to do certain things I did when I first started.
Yeah, man, that explains the Bret the Hitman Hart hoodie, man, because he was not animated at
Hey
all.
man, hey man, sharpshooter, excellence of execution, man.
That explains it. That no, I'm like I'm so serious
Oh
because
no, no, you right, you right. Like he
if you
was.
think about it, when Brett was coming up, it was more like cartoonish, clownish, and he was in WWF for a long time. He was a technical specialist, and like he was a sharpshooter, like you said, and he had it. He shouldn't have went to WCW, but he had it.
Yeah,
But he had it. It was like just that, like, all right, I know who I am. I'm gonna make my entrance. I'm keep it simple. but it's even though it's simple, it's more effective. Like I
Yeah,
told you, I joke with you about that funeral bit because it's funny to me because I have a aunt that's 105 and they told me she needs to eat healthy. I'm like, she made it to 100. She made it to 105. What are we trying to do? Like we trying to go another 105? At what point does this get? Oh, she got to watch her weight. No, she don't. You know what I mean? She been eating pig feet and drinking for years. Like, what we
nah.
worried
So
about a diet?
that funeral bit was my closer for the longest. That's probably the oldest joke in that special. It was my closer for the longest. And then the first part of my set, it was it was like it was when I had developed like a really good type five. And the old head told us something. He was like, "Hey man, if you write all your jokes like they closers, anything can be your closer. Anything can be your opener." So then to challenge myself, I moved the funeral bit to the front. So like if you listen to the tape, the funeral bit starts like right after the intro. But if you watch the special, the jail stories in the front because I just like to do the jail story first because it's a really good story. But
Mm-hmm.
in most sets in recent years, I open with that funeral bit ever since he told me that because I really love that joke. But also, I agree with I think that's them right there. Yeah, I agree with that sentiment. He told me it's like, hey man, if you write all your jokes like it's supposed to end the set, you gonna have a bunch of good jokes. Everything gonna feel like a closer. Everything gonna feel like a 5-star bit. So that's
Yeah,
probably like some of the best comedy advice I got. I know you was talking about that specific joke, but that joke has like history as how it fit into my sets.
but the crazy thing is it all ties in because when you went to the Aunt Jemima, like I'm saying, what
Yeah.
that?
So I played with that. This is why I always tell comics to rewrite bits. Ed Jemima, that ain't been a thing for like 5 or 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about that joke. I wrote that joke, and it didn't sound as good as it did when I put it in the special. I wrote that joke like 5 or 6 years ago. Played with it at open mic. I didn't like it. But as you do comedy, you become a better writer. It's just like playing basketball. As long as you play basketball, you get good at it. And I'm like, I'm so good, I can rewrite bits that were bad back then. So that's kind of, what I'm saying? That's why I got all my old joke books. I got about 3, 4 joke books piled up with old ass jokes and ink marks and shit all over them. But if I flip back through them, I'm like, I can make that funny now. Now that I know what I'm doing, I didn't know what I was doing back then.
Facts,
Yeah,
facts. Especially when you want to be a red Power Ranger. You know
yeah,
that.
yeah. That's just a true story. Ain't no joke about that. The only lie about that is my mother did not work at Radio Shack. She worked at Fred's. Everybody don't know where Fred's is. You might know where Fred's is. I know what friends is because we from the country and everything go away. We last on stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But like, I had to change the Radio Shack for the joke because I was like, yeah, my mom used to work at Friends. Nobody would laugh because everybody was too young to remember what that was. Older
Fact.
people would get it, but everybody know Radio Shack was. So
For sure, man.
yeah,
I'm a,
man.
hey, man. I'm gonna end it off on this one, man. I appreciate you being patient and us doing the podcast interview.
Hell,
I
hell,
appreciate the game that you actually dropped in this 30 minutes, and I'm gonna text you my number and
because I'm gonna send you the information on that Black Comedy Festival. We'll talk
for
about
sure,
that. Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure,
yeah.
sure. If anybody wants to get in contact with you, how can they get in contact with you and follow you?
Yes, everything across the board, the YouTube, the Instagram, the TikTok, that's the main things I use. It's comedian underscore Nick M like, first letter initial. Comedian underscore Nick M. And then the YouTube is just comedian Nick Moore. Facebook is comedian Nick Moore. 9 times out of 10, if you type in Nick Moore on anything, you will find me other than Apple Music. When I made my Apple Music for the special, I tried to claim the name Nick Moore. There's some white guy with the name that's an amazing R&B singer. So I just started listening to his music for 3 hours. I'm so serious right now. But I am on Apple Music and Spotify as Nick Moore as well. It's two of us. It's two of us.
Yeah, man. Nick Moore got fire music, man.
Hey
I
man,
had to
thank you.
go to you got to go to like one of your stories or your link in your bio to get your
That's what I'm
album.
saying. You gotta get, yeah, you gonna have to go to the source to get that. Hey
But
man,
man,
but I appreciate you, man.
appreciate you, bro. Y'all, you take it easy, man. Enjoy your holiday too, bro.
Of course, you enjoy yours too. Like I said, don't forget to send me your number. We'll talk some more off of this. I appreciate
For
that.
sure.
Bye.